Well, like many people who watch this show, you're fascinated by royal history. I'm always fascinated as to who owns what, in any particular time. A lot of foreign visitors ask me the same question, international visitors. They say to me, well, does the Queen or did the Queen actually own Windsor Castle? Or who owns Buckingham Palace? That sort of stuff. And it's fascinating when you think about it, because you think because the British monarchy are very wealthy, that really it's all their money, when in effect, when you break it down, most of it belongs to somewhere else, particularly the state. Of course, something like Buckingham Palace doesn't belong to His Majesty King Charles. On the contrary, but when you read it in print, you think, oh, he has all of these houses, all of that sort of thing. So it was interesting when I was talking to a very good source recently about how the younger royals perceive themselves regarding money. Because as we recently knew, all thanks to, of course, the restructure of the British monarchy, Prince William, now the Prince of Wales, has become a very rich young man indeed, owning vast amounts of land and inherited much of the Duchy of Cornwall. Lots of things to look at there if you wish to. Fascinating stuff. But again, you kind of wonder, how do they put that down to their three young children? Do they know their wealth yet? And more importantly, what do they do to let them know the power of money, or indeed how hard it is to earn it? Fascinating insight coming up. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Thank you so much as ever for joining me today. This story really just caught my eye and I thought, well, I wanted to share this with you. I was talking to someone regarding, of course, the three very young royals. We're talking the brilliant Prince Louis, little cheeky scamp that he was at the Platinum Jubilee celebrations. I don't know about you, I think we're going to have to watch Louis, in the future. I think he might have a few more misdemeanors at public events, If I was King Charles, I'd be getting him schooled already for the coronation, because things could go mightily wrong on a big event like that. And then, of course, we see the beautiful Princess Charlotte schooling her elder brother, Prince George, into what really should be done at certain points during protocol. I love the way she tipped him off about bowing, and making sure that he went first and not her. Very kind, very sweet, exactly how Catherine and William are teaching their three young children. So it was interesting to note that actually it was another senior royal that taught Prince George the value of money. It is, of course, the late monarch, our wonderful Queen Elizabeth II. And according to a very good source, this is truly what happened. Basically, he was asking because he'd gone to school and other people got pocket money and, of course, mobile phones, credit cards, things like that. Now, Her Majesty the Queen thought, well, this is not a bad idea. We now need to teach them exactly the value of money. So he was offering to help in the shop at Windsor, that's right, the gift shop. Also helping out at the royal stables at Windsor. And for a small fee in return, pocket money, this was exactly how our late monarch taught George what to do. Now, Catherine, his mother, has followed this on also because, according to another good source, Catherine and, of course, Charlotte, not Louis yet, do receive spending money, pocket money, that they have to do chores, whether that be helping wash up, whether that be clearing away after doing their homework, or indeed achieving certain things like doing, certain exams, all that sort of stuff. I think it's a really noble cause. And isn't it interesting to think that once again, it's always the older generation in our late monarch that, even though, of course, many people may think everything is there at her fingertips, and it truly is, she knew the value of money, but more importantly was very keen to pass this on to Prince George, who one day, let's be honest, might never see money because we could be a cashless society. So, it could all be cards. But hopefully, at least at that point, Prince George will know exactly the value of money and, more importantly, how hard it is to get that money. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.